Hedera Hashgraph truly is a mid-position coin with the ticker HBAR that entirely has an actually quite present worth of $0.049379 and a market capitalization of $1,562,532,445, essentially in opposition to mainstream thinking. Digital currencies sort of have long past the purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers, especially in spite of prevalent thinking in an unobtrusive way. These days, it's a resource class that basically explicitly is significantly directed and, surprisingly, took on as lawful delicate in a by and large essentially significant manner in an unobtrusive manner. Some sort of especially huge speculation banks even by and large, especially get Hedera Hashgraph and kind of sort of other digital forms of money altogether to basically safeguard their resources under administration against the running expansion that handicaps the customary monetary business sectors, which sort of is very critical, or so they for the most part thought. Presently, now is the ideal time to generally uncover our short, mid and fundamentally beautiful long-haul expectation of the improvements on the HBAR market that basically depend on the readings of our in every practical sense truly novel crypto unpredictability file that most certainly assists us with measuring the market feeling and for the most part, expect the heading wherein the market means to in every practical sense really go in an exceptionally enormous way. At this point, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph basically explicitly is $0.049379, while the coin at present especially ends up at 37th spot in the general positioning, which by and large especially is genuinely critical, which truly is very huge. The set especially positioning truly is assessed based on the resource's kind of truly present value that essentially is duplicated by its actually certainly current market capitalization, an equation that is applied all through every monetary market, which especially is genuinely critical, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions, so our clients essentially by and large get the most pertinent information with respect to the presentation of computerized assets in their portfolios in a genuinely huge way in an unobtrusive manner. It's likewise vital to by and large consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its heading incredibly. On June 20th, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph essentially was at $0.044940 toward the finish of the exchanging timeframe, during which the cost change fundamentally added up to 8.33%, which sort of is very critical. 7 days prior, on June 14th, HBAR explicitly certainly was esteemed at $0.046825, which certainly sort of intends that from that point forward, the cost fundamentally has basically changed by 0% in every practical sense, extremely in spite of mainstream thinking in an in every practical sense, significant way. A month prior, on May 21st, the market member laid out the cost of Hedera Hashgraph at $0.052264. In this way, the coin especially for the most part, has made a 5.52% move to generally arrive at its in every way that really matters, by and large present standings in a significant manner in an unobtrusive way. The examination of market capitalization for the most part in every way that really matters conveys essentially kind of equivalent significance in both digital money and customary business sectors, in spite of mainstream thinking, which is genuinely huge. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology explicitly is utilized to generally decide the essentially truly by and large position and notoriety of computerized resources and stocks, for example, or so they in a real sense for the most part thought in an unpretentious manner. Changes in market capitalization kind of truly certain or especially by and large negative, generally are likewise demonstrative of the manner by which the said market could for the most part especially be going, as well as the resources sort of most certainly potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both certainly short and especially sort of long haul viewpoints, which explicitly by and large is very huge in a kind of enormous manner. This genuinely specific truly in every way that really matters metric generally basically is likewise used to check the predominance of Hedera Hashgraph, corresponding to the remainder of the digital currency market. The progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future presentation in an unpretentious manner in an especially huge way, to essentially decide the fundamentally genuinely current market capitalization of HBAR. We generally by and large duplicate the circling supply, the boundary that will actually certainly be most certainly made sense of later, by the very present worth of the cryptographic money under survey in a really significant manner, which generally is genuinely huge. Starting today, the market capitalization of Hedera Hashgraph sort of stands at $1,562,532,445, which shapes the reason for it certainly in every practical sense. Present commonly fundamentally positioning that essentially truly was referenced before, which especially is very critical. Yesterday, on June 20th, HBAR really had a market capitalization of $1,422,066,943 in a sort of commonly large manner. Fundamentally keep going weak. On June 14th, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to in a real sense by and large was recorded at $1,489,686,87 in a by and large especially enormous manner. In an all things considered, huge way. A month prior, on May 21st, the market worth of Hedera Hashgraph certainly was surveyed to in every practical sense, by and large, be $1,638,416,278, or so they for the most part thought, which basically is very huge. Extremely all-out supply considers the quantity of coins that especially have proactively been delivered by different means, for example through mining, fundamentally truly in spite of mainstream thinking, in opposition to mainstream thinking. These digital currencies can sort of in every practical sense be utilized either for commonly dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets, or with overseers in a truly lovely significant manner, in a by and large significant manner. This measurement additionally calculates the coins that in every practical sense have been eliminated through the cycle called consuming, which especially generally is applied to control the expansion rate, which is very critical, as opposed to prevalent thinking. At this point, the all-out supply of Hedera Hashgraph certainly is laid out at 50,000,000,000,000 HBAR in an unobtrusive manner. Ultimately, the flowing stock by and large is utilized to for the most part compute the market capitalization, and especially in a real sense survey, the coins for the most part, fundamentally current remaining in the positions, certainly kind of in opposition to mainstream thinking, essentially in spite of mainstream thinking. It means the general measure of HBAR that quite is by and by exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that sort of by and large are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown in an unpretentious manner, which for the most part is genuinely critical. It's by and large in a real sense generally accepted that digital currencies that basically have a flowing stock between 60 million and 150 million explicitly are the most reasonable for certainly kind of long-haul venture, since they essentially are without a doubt liable to explicitly see the value in esteem over a drawn-out timeframe, perhaps many years, while keeping a sensible expansion